Yeah, so this is not clickbait. This is actually time sensitive. OMies by Mantra is launching their NFT collection in an hour and 38 minutes as I'm recording this video. By the time you're watching it, there's probably less than 1 hour left to get prepared, to get your onbridged, and to also see, first of all, if you're even eligible to mint that NFT. This is an NFT collection that was created by Sad Story, who is the artist behind Celestine Sloth After the Filter NFTs and also helped on Bad Kids, and is also now the artist behind OMies, which is the official NFT collection of Mantra Chain. In order to be eligible, you would have to stake on or bridge on or hold an After the Filter, Celestine Sloth, or Bad Kid NFT. You can see there's multiple phases. Phase 1 starts in an hour and a half. Phase 2, 2 hours after that. Phase 3, 2 hours after that, and so on and so forth. In total, it seems like 65,000 people are eligible, while 15,000 of them will be eligible in round 1, and there's only 2,000 to be minted in that first batch, which means I personally think that this is going to be extremely competitive and minted out within a few minutes, maybe even seconds. Now, as C2 Plus members, we got an exclusive whitelist additional slots for our community. There's currently 41 members, early pioneers at the C2 Plus community. We also have our Discord channels where we're not only trying to land partnerships, whitelist slots, and potentially in the future also airdrops for C2 Plus members, but also we're sharing real-time information. We help you navigate through the interchain, share you real-time claimable airdrops, information about upcoming ones, but also talk about NFTs, AI agents, and just get to know each other more and also have a general chat. So that's Discord, and we're also on Whoop, where we have different apps basically, where you also get notified per email to never ever miss out on any important time-sensitive news in Cosmos. We are going to have a public launch and reopen the registration for C2 Plus in a couple of weeks, actually less than 2 weeks. So what you can do already is you can go to the top of the video description and you can already get on the wait list, and then you will be approved from January 25th if you are registering for C2 Plus. Anyways, that's all about that. Very, very time sensitive on the OMies mint, and also heads up on C2 Plus public rollout. Now, getting to macro news in crypto, we have Donald Trump literally 3 days away from getting inaugurated into office, and that could and might cause the big 2025 altcoin season and crypto rally that we've been preaching about for a very long time. A lot of people, I think right now, besides Bitcoin and a few selected coins like Solana that is hovering around all-time highs but still has not seen new crazy heights, and most other altcoins, to be honest, are still down and far away from the all-time highs. Those have not seen anything yet, but in my personal opinion, they will pump, and Trump's inauguration could cause that pump. Trump is already designating not only people but also cryptocurrency itself as a category as a national priority, but he also designated people like David Sachs to be the crypto czar. So from what it seems like reading those news, the Trump administration is actually serious about making crypto big in the US, which means also in the entire world. Then we also have Gary Gensler, who resigned from the SEC, suddenly changing his tone on Bitcoin and just admitting that there is going to be demand, and also bringing gold as an analogy. Listen to what he just said about Bitcoin.
Yeah, I think that Bitcoin is a highly speculative, volatile asset, but with 7 billion people around the globe, 7 billion people want to trade it, just like we do have gold for 10,000 years. We have Bitcoin. It might be something else in the future as well.
And of course, we also have BlackRock shilling Bitcoin and crypto on national TV here on Bloomberg. We also saw, I think, $500 or $600 million of net inflows for the Bitcoin spot ETF yesterday. So institutions are pumping the price, and I think so far the rally, especially for Bitcoin, has been mostly institutional driven, but retail is going to enter, and then I think the true fun begins. Oklahoma, another state, I think it's the 5th or 6th state already, that is introducing the Strategic Bitcoin Reserve Act. And also in Italy, we're seeing the largest bank of Italy, Intesa Sanpaolo, bought $1 million worth of Bitcoin. So macro politics is all primed to make 2025 a very bullish and big year for crypto. Now looking into Cosmos price movements and the ecosystem, we're seeing a bit of relief today. Everything up nicely. Atom crawling back up to $7. We see Mantra 380, Injective up 13%, $25. Say 41 cents, Dydx 140, Akash 323. Everything slightly up, but still again at very, very low levels. Saga up 22%. They also just had a major announcement for the AI space, which we're going to cover in today's video as well, 171, and so on and so forth. So overall, green day, bullish day, TR 536, and I think this is just a little bit of a recovery, nothing close to an alt season yet, but the signs are accumulating. Also in Cosmos, we not only have new leadership, we not only have a change in sentiment and vibes, but we also now have action steps being proposed by the new leaders, Mark and Barry. Mark posting Project Highway permissionless CosmWasm, which is the virtual machine, the EVM equivalent in Cosmos. Token Factory, partial set security, which is a form of shared security, 1 second block times, and economic atom alignment, which is basically the rough roadmap, I guess, for the Cosmos Hub and Atom. Right now, block times for Atom are around 6 or 7 seconds, which is kind of the standard for every Tendermint or now Comet BFT chain. But 1 second block times would make Atom and the Cosmos Hub one of the fastest chains out there. Obviously, there's a lot faster chains like Injective and Say Network and Solana that have sub-second finality, even Avalanche. But 1 second block times is definitely a good start. Anyways, this is probably going to be a very kind of longer term vision that they're going to propose. I think still in this month, they will have a laid out plan on what this all means, what is Project Highway, what this all contains, timeframes maybe to it, value accrual models and all these kind of things. But we're already seeing accumulated feedback from the public about the vibe shift and the sentiment shift in Cosmos. Arjun, for example, coming out that saying that after talking to Barry, who is the co-CEO of Interchain Labs alongside Mac, after talking to Barry, he's now excited about Cosmos again and laying out some points, including that the hub, which means Atom, finally would accrue value. On the other hand, we're also seeing ramped up communications. And I think this is also something on the media side of things, on the content side of things, that this needs to be a lot more streamlined, coordinated, and in full alignment with the rest of the ecosystem. And the common ground that all Cosmos chains have, in the end of the day, is IBC, the Inter-Blockchain Communication Protocol, right? If there's any synonym to describe Cosmos, it would not be Atom, it would not be any other coin, chain, or token. It would be IBC, which is this neutral interoperability standard for the crypto economy, really, right? IBC is not just Cosmos. Eventually, everything will be IBC, which means we're Cosmos-fying crypto. And the more chains connect to IBC, the better. And IBC is currently leading when it comes to that, with 119 chains connected through IBC. Third here on that list is Axelar, which itself is a Cosmos SDK and fully IBC-enabled chain. So that's Cosmos domination right there on the interoperability space. And yes, there is no direct value accrual for Atom. There is no direct value accrual to any other token or chain. There might be, from what it seems like on Max and Barry's kind of roadmap for the Cosmos Hub, there might be a service that Atom can provide to actually benefit and facilitate interoperability while also accruing value for the Atom token. But we'll see. Remains to be seen what exactly they have in mind and will propose there. Barry also saying that they're going big on CosmWasm, which again is the EVM equivalent of Cosmos, and they're funding the first comprehensive audit in 2 years. So they're funding an audit of CosmWasm, which I think lays the ground for permissionless CosmWasm to be implemented on the Cosmos Hub itself. Right now, Atom has permissioned CosmWasm, but I guess the goal is to have permissionless CosmWasm on the Cosmos Hub. And currently, CosmWasm is still maintained by Confio, which is the company that also invented it, basically. Ethan Frey, the godfather of CosmWasm. But Barry also announced that Interchain Labs will continue to develop the CosmWasm stack after Confio concludes maintenance. So they're really doubling down on CosmWasm. And that's also good to see more alignment there from the new Cosmos leadership, which again has never been the case in Cosmos, which is also why it's always been so chaotic, bottom up, and directionless at times, right? Now, switching over to ecosystem projects. There's a lot of projects, big projects that are launching in 2025. And by launching, I mean there are coins dropping, because I think for the vast majority of people, a project is not live until the TGE happened. And even though Babylon already has $5 billion, nearly 6 billion locked up in their Bitcoin staking protocol, it's not live until the baby token is not minted. And that is going to happen, I guess, sometime in late Q1, maybe Q2. But they wrote a recap here on their achievements in 2024, one of them being their massive $70 million funding round in May of 2024, led by Paradigm, but also Polychain and Bullish have been participating there. Then phase 1 Bitcoin staking that was concluded with 57,290 BTC staked from over 135,000 stakers, which is good to see. With Stake2, we're both a finality provider and hopefully also a Genesis validator for the Babylon chain itself. So you can delegate both your BTC and in the future also your baby tokens to us. And me personally, as Cryptocito, which is going to be formalized soon as C2 Ventures. I am an investor into Babylon since 2022, just so you know my affiliations with Babylon, and I've been in touch with the team since pretty much mid 2022, late summer 2022, so a long time ago, and it's great to see how far they came over time. Same for Celestia. I'm not an investor there, but I've been in touch with the team since late 2021, sometime in like August, September, something like that. We also did, I guess, one of the first, if not the first, public conversation with John Adler back in the days about Celestia, well before it ever launched. And now they are on the market on Mainnet with the TI token live for well over a year. And Eclipse is one of the biggest, or actually the by far biggest, rollup on Celestia. And Eclipse itself is deploying the Solana virtual machine while being in Ethereum L2 and using Celestia for data availability, which means it's kind of also a rollup on Celestia, if you will, or Ethereum L2. I don't even know what's the exact correct terminology here. It's not only Eclipse, there's also other rollups. One of them we covered a lot here, Equus.fun, which is the AI agent framework developed by the Stride team that is home to AI agents like Vito or Tusk the Mammoth or the Injective Intern. And they also have at least 4 AI agents from big Cosmos projects apparently coming up in this month, or this quarter at least, I think this month. Thorchain, which is the NFT marketplace and home to the Mammut NFT collection, Flame, B3.fun, and there's many more. Drop.money as well. There's many more. Astria, which is also launching, I think, very soon. And on top of that, also Lazy Chain, which was announced by the Celestine Sloth community. So a lot of stuff is happening in the modular ecosystem. We also have Movement, which is also using Celestia for DA for one of their chains, and Initia coming up, and many more. So definitely Celestia, in my opinion, still one of the best infrastructure B2B or C2C, if you will, chain-to-chain service providers out there that is not entirely like end user centric, but I think it's a very important critical infrastructure play, and the numbers also back that up. You also have another chain and project that I'm very bullish on, even though it underperformed in recent weeks, and there was a lot of drama. Yes, also JP, the founder of Thorchain, is going through a personal tough time, it seems. He made some tweets also talking about taking some time off, which is totally understandable and well-deserved. He's been hustling and grinding throughout the entire year, and has probably at the end of the day just committed to too many things at a time. And I know myself, like, if you commit to too many things at a time in your business, in your company, in your position, then you end up, it ends up getting over your head, and your head keeps spinning, and you can't take time off, you can't properly recover, relax, recharge, and it just gets too much. So yeah, he probably needs some time off. Nonetheless, Thorchain will keep shipping. There's teams like Nine Realms and Strangelove that are taking over core developments of Thorchain. And one of the latest announcements has been the integration of Base. Base swaps are now live on Thorchain, which makes it the 10th chain, I think, for Thorchain to be integrated. Yeah, those are all the chains: Bitcoin, Ethereum, now Base, BNB as well, Avalanche, Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, Dogecoin, Cosmos Hub, Atom, and Thorchain itself. Also, we have a teaser of XRP soon connecting or landing on Thorchain. That would also be nice. Another chain that you saw it in the price has been making some moves lately is Saga. And this could be related to those news that dropped the other day, which is that Saga announced Metropolis, which is basically a way for AI agents, or these AI agent frameworks like Virtuals, Wayfinder, and A16Z DAO, to launch their own chains. So AI agents can basically launch their own chains in a permissionless way on Saga. And Saga itself is the L1 to launch L1s called Chainlets. And you can read all about it here on Twitter or on their blog post or website, metropolis.lol. Now, sticking around the AI agent vertical, we have again Cosmos projects dominating, or at least being top contenders in that vertical, especially on the AI side of things. We have the Artificial Superintelligence Alliance, which is fully made in Cosmos, Akash network for AI infrastructure. We have Saga now, we talked about it, and also Story Protocol, which is up and coming, also one of the most highly anticipated launches for 2025. And they just announced an integration of elizaOS with their intellectual property IP protocol, which is what Story is all about. It's about on-chain IP. And Story's agent TCP/IP is now supporting AI16Z DAO, which means those agents can get access to programmable IP. They can create their own on-chain IP, which is big. So that's probably the future and the end game, or the evolution of AI X crypto, and Stir Protocol seems to also be on the forefront of that. Remember, they also have their own mascot. I think it's called Ippy or something like that, which eventually might translate into an NFT collection or a meme coin or something like that, or an AI agent itself. And finally, two quick news. Number one, Milky Way, which is a liquid staking provider that turned into a restaking platform that is currently on Osmosis but will launch on Initia once Initia launches Mainnet and become a roll-up on Initia. And they just did a funding round on Echo where they raised $1 million from 262 investors. I think the valuation is not public, but nonetheless, it's good to see. Milky Way is also invested by Polychain, Binance Labs, and also HackVC. I'm personally also invested into Milky Way, just as a private angel investor. But again, this will also all be formalized more with C2 Ventures, and you'll have a full overview of the C2 Ventures investments and portfolios there in the coming weeks. Now, finally, we also have updates from Anoma. Their DevNet is live. So Anoma is a chain, a standalone chain, from my understanding, that is running in parallel with Namada. The Namada mainnet already launched, and we're entering, I think, phase 3 now. And in phase 5, your NUM airdrop will become IBC transferable. Currently, NUM does not have a price that's on the market, probably only a pre-market price. But Anoma is going to be their other chain, and their DevNet just launched, which means builders can now build the first intent-centric applications on Anoma. And I'm not sure if there's going to be an airdrop, if there's going to be any sort of incentive or rewards for the community, but definitely something for you to maybe put on your watch list. Anyways, that's all about that for today's show. Again, check out your OMies mint on Stargaze, get your OM ready, get your stars ready for gas, and yeah, happy minting. I'll see you very soon here on Crypto C2. Until then, stay safe and be good.